I think we're getting close. Let's keep moving. I'm going to check that out. Let's keep moving. Lead on to Skyrim Temple.
Who's there? I heard something.
Having a bit of trouble here.
First you!
I was just getting warmed up. These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You had the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom. Yes, that's it. The symbol on the middle pillar.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what those old blades left in our way.
Wait!
Why are you stopping?
We should be careful here. See these symbols on the floor?
Esbern's right. Look like pressure plates.
Be careful. We'll cross once it's safe. Be careful.
Looks safe now. Let's move.
That's it. I think we must be close to the entrance.
Wonderful. Remarkable. Preserved. Here's the blood seal. Another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt it's triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look
You need
here.
help drawing
You see how the
blood.
ancient blades revered me with Cyrodiil? This whole place appears to be a shrine to Raymond. He ended the Akaviri
Esmond's
invasion
probably
under
right.
mysterious circumstances.
Try using your
Now,
blood on the carved seal on the floor. It's done it. Look, it's coming to life. Nothing to do with it. You should have the honor of being the first to set foot in Skyhaven Temple.
there's no telling what we might find inside. let's see what's up ahead. Shaw's bones, here it is. Baldwin's Wall, so well preserved. I've never seen a finer example of early Second Era Kaviri sculpture and relief.
Esbern, we need information, not a lecture on arts.
Yes, let's see what we have. Look, here is Ulthuan. This pattern goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience, mate. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory, mythic symbolism. Yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and Tur.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? You're probably right. I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky, or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War, or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards? Only if you don't know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank from their destiny. Well, you've never heard of them, have you? And there are the villains, those that misused their power. There's always a choice, and there's always a risk. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards up on their mountain. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old Blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the Blades. You see their distinctive longswords. Now they need their ancient mission fulfilled, as the last Dragonborn contends with Alduin at the end of time. Are you paying attention, Delphine? You might learn something of our own history. I know the prophecy by heart. Once all Blades knew it, when misrule takes its place at the 8 corners of the world. When the brass tower rocks and time is reshaped, when the thrice blessed fail and the red tower trembles, when the Dragonborn ruler loses his throne and the white tower falls, when the snow tower lies sundered, kingless, bleeding, the World Eater wakes, and the wheel turns upon the last dragon bow.
Well, I'm gonna look around some more. See what the old blades left for us.
Yes, that's an excellent idea. Who knows what other lost treasures we might discover.
What am I supposed to do? Never leave the house? You want that ending?
Don't think you can barter with me like one of those damned shopkeepers.
You want to give up now, out of fear? Is that what we're going to teach our daughter?
Mama, why are you and Papa fighting?
We're not fighting, we're just... Why don't I get you something to eat? Mama and Papa will talk later.
Holmes, give me some meat, you fat Nord.
I'm gonna be a silversmith one day, like
I
my mother
said
and
give
father.
me some meat. I'm
The
hungry.
finest jewelry in all of Markath. Are you looking for a gift for a friend, perhaps? Or a lover?
I'll snap you in two.
My family came here
Just
centuries
try it.
ago.
Maybe
We made a
you'll
good living
find
smithing the
inside
silver
sitting in
that
mine
flows
to
through
get
the
rid of
city.
all that fat
But
on
you probably wanted to know about the fancy carvings and stonework, didn't you? Travelers
Bloodiest
always
beef in the
do.
reach.
Here, I have a delivery I need to make to Calcimo. Why don't you take it to him? He knows the history of Markarth better than anyone. Thank you. He can be a bit difficult, but I'm sure he'll
Want
appreciate
a
your
cut of
help.
venison or mutton? Well, of course you do.
Beautiful things for beautiful people. Come back if you need a new ring or necklace.
I work silver, like my father, and his father before him. My wife Kira runs our jewelry
Being
stall
an
in the market.
apprentice is great. I get to swing a hammer at things. Mama doesn't like me jumping up and down in the house. But I can't help it, I swear.
So you don't know anything about this house? No. Anyone seen entering or leaving? Any strange lights or unusual noises? It's abandoned, and it's always been abandoned.
Can't believe I'm posted here. Even the beds are made of stone.
I'm sorry. We're only interested in helping our patrons. It's an old family, very well respected throughout the Reach. The Silverbloods run nearly all the lands in this hold, as well as the local inn. And of course they own Sidna Mine, the finest prison and source of silver in Skyrim. For one, the landowners of the Reach, it goes without saying that they rely heavily on us for our silver and support. All the miners, farmers, and laborers in the Reach get their daily wages through us. Nepos the Nose handles that part of our business. He has a way with the workers. You want Thonar Silverblood. He handles all the family business. If you're here to talk politics, though, you'd want his brother, Thongvor. He spends most of his time in Understone Keep. I have records I need to tend to.
I work for the Silverbloods. Help clean.
Bloody enough for you, outsider? Then turn around and go back where you came. City doesn't need you, doesn't want you. Blood and silver are what flows through Markath. That's the way it is. That's the way it'll stay. It's right there in the name of the most powerful family in Markath, the Silverbloods. They have a whole mine filled with prisoners that dig up silver ore, get smelted by workers they pay, and they own half the city. I work for them. The inn is named after them. When the guards make an arrest, they check with them first. Jarl is who you want to talk to. Always coin to be made killing off some forsworn in the hills. As long as you don't mind going axe to axe with a bunch of Daedra-worshipping savages who practice the dark arts. No, I live in a nice house in Solitude, where the air isn't filled with smoke from the silver smelters, and golden-haired girls shine my shield. Been here ever since I left the Bard's College. Turns out a few muscles earn more gold than a damn loot. The Silverbloods pay me, let me crack a few skulls, and keep the guards off my back. That's all I need. Yeah.
Excuse me, do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? Seems no one in this city has. I'm with the Vigil of Stendar. I believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, evil rites, and so forth. Thank you for your time.
The finest jewelry in all of Markath.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink.
There's no
and
shipments
clean rooms.
coming in, so I do nothing. Just
This
drink.
is the Silverblood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself. Let's sate that appetite, Remember, ale is cheaper than blood in Markath.
Unlike my husband Klepper, I watch after our guests. Now you just tell me if you need something. Depends. Are you thirsty, hungry, both? I should remind Klepper to clean this place up.
Nothing, you pig-headed oaf.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes. With a voice-wielding power of...
For a dragon to attack Kynes Grove.
Don't try to haggle with everything I've got on display, really.
Is no place safe?
Come back when you need more meat.
Yes.
Bring gold.
Hmm?
Did you hear all that noise outside?
It's just the market rabble. We should get back to work.
Lisbeth handles the customers. I just check the shipments.
Step up to the counter. No, I'm not Arnleif. Yes, I know it's called Arnleif and Sons. I inherited the store from my husband. His father was Arnleif. My husband, Gunnar, died about 5 years ago. Forsworn attack. I miss that stubborn oaf. No, as if trade wasn't poor enough. Now there's violence in the streets. It was the Forsworn, wasn't it? I lose dozens of shipments every season to those barbarians. Now they're in the city? Gods help us. Oh, by the divines, is it that obvious? I swear, if my Gunnar was alive to see me now. This store would finally be on its feet if I hadn't lost my last shipment to the Forsworn attacks. A specially made Dibella statuette. You aren't for hire, are you? A sellsword? I'll pay you if you can recover that statuette from the Forsworn. Thank you. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for you when you return. Take a look. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Come back whenever you need something.
Cousin's out fighting dragons, and what do I get?
Come on in.
This is Markath, traveler. Safest city in the Reach.
And clean rooms.
You need a reliable horse in the Reach. That's what we have.
Word is Elenwen's furious. Big party at the Thalmor embassy. and one of the guests went someplace they shouldn't. Caused quite a commotion. Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and my working days are done. Lightly armored means light on your feet. Smart.
I'm a little busy at the moment. I've got all sorts of errands to run. You look like an adventurous one.
Skyrim's
I bet we're
staunch
kindred
protectors,
spirits, you and I.
the Imperials.
If you need a good rumor or two.
You were there for Rogvir's execution. Most people head over to the Winking Skeever. If you're not interested in music or drink, you can at least talk to Corpulus. He can fill you in on any of the latest gossip. Perhaps, but necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now, fighting Ulfric Stormcloak and his damned insurrectionists. She wouldn't have to be there at all if it weren't for Rogvir. And my aunt wouldn't have to worry about her daughter. You really don't know? He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape Solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out. People to see and places to go, huh? Later then.
But this land is
Traitors, civil wars, dragons. Huh. Those troubles don't cross my doorway. So sit, relax. Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
You might want to rethink. The road to Whiterun's not safe these days. Lots of travelers just disappear. South of Dragon Bridge. I'll find a trace.
They're new in town, right? And if you need a place to sleep, head over to the... King Skeever. We keep a fine inn.
A coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
So exciting when new folk come into town. I bet you've had plenty of adventures. Are you my gallant hero? Have you come to whisk me away to a life of adventure and romance?
The Divines saved me from the streets, and they can save you from your trials as well. May the Divines guide and keep you.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you... You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun? Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news. We mostly carry herbs and alchemical ingredients, that sort of thing. Before the war, our stock was mostly used for aromatic use in homes. Yes. These days, we have more people like you coming in, looking for healing and the like. Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Don't forget me next time you need. It's good to see a. Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents. Until next time.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. Biren said you got here just before. Some might call this junk. Me? I call them treasures. Some might call this junk. Some might call this junk. Me? I call them treasures. Huh. You know, you've got a certain fire in your eyes. Just like my Beerend. Please, feel free to look around. We've got a bit of everything. Baron's my husband. He works the forge up at Castle Dower. I barely see him nowadays. Well, no. That was an ugly affair. High King Torig's death has turned the whole... Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that. Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
I thought adventurers were supposed to look tough. I bet my papa could beat you up. I get to help Mother with the shop. I used to help Papa too, till I tried to use the forge.
You look new. I'm new too. I think we could be friends.
Spare some gold for a veteran? I was the finest scout in the Legion once. Tracked down all the places in the wilds that were causing people trouble. Lost my helmet in one of the old caves. My pretty helmet. Life just... Oh, you could? I sure would love to have it again. Could show you some of my old scouting tricks. What? You see a man falling on hard times, and you think he's been like that forever? I was there. I fought in the Great War. I was on the field at Anvil. And when I was struck down, they left me. You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them. I do miss that helmet.
Oh, let me just drop everything. Breeches, gowns, clothes for any occasion, really. Finally.
Skiva's got warm beds and cold mead. You look like you could use both.
If you're heading to the Blue Palace, you might want to rethink that outfit. It's not an insult, just an observation. If I were walking around with a wound, I would want you to tell me to see a doctor. Your outfit is something of an open wound, where attire is concerned. Nothing at all. It's very nice. If you want something with a little more style, however, you should come by our shop, Radiant Raiment. We could fix you right up. You're really going to the Blue Palace? That presents an opportunity. If you are willing to wear one of Radiant Raiment's outfits and speak to the Jarl, I would not only pay you, but let you keep the outfit. Good. Here's the outfit. Try to get Elisif's opinion on it, and if she likes it, mention it's from Radiant Raiment. Remember Radiant Raiment when you need a change of attire.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
Hello and welcome. An archer, eh? I've got just what you need. Perhaps I'll be seeing more of you. True, I may look the... Why, of course. And will you also be needing the bow that shoots rainbows? Or perhaps a quiver that dispenses beer? Look, if you want arrows, we have them. But don't insult my intelligence. Please come back if you're ever in need of fletching supply.
Gotta keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time. Destruction magic's fine. Just don't go burning down any buildings.
If you need potions, head over to Angeline's Aromatics.
Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause. Riften, Dawnstar, and Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir, you can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody sense of honor.
Sir. Are you lost?
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen? Right, Helgen. One of the prisoners, if I recall correctly. suppose that's true. Fine. Why don't you have a chat with Legate Ricka? I suspect we might have use for someone resourceful like you. Not many survived Helgen. Besides, I'm sure your being imprisoned was all a terrible misunderstanding.
Sir, you survived Helgen? General Tullius told me what happened. Not many made it out alive. I've got a good feeling about you, and I don't often get good feelings about anything. A warrior knows to trust her gut. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you. I've got a little test lined up. Pass that, and we'll talk about you joining the Legion. Is that confidence or bravado? Confidence I can use. Bravado gets soldiers killed. We'll soon find out. I'm sending you to clear out Fort Hrogstad. If you survive, you'll pass. If you die, then I'll have no further use for your corpse. The ancients built many of the fortresses that dot the landscape of Skyrim. Sadly, most have fallen into disrepair, and nearly all have been overrun with bandits or other vagabonds. Fort Hrogstad is one of the few that remains mostly intact. We're going to install a garrison there, but first, you're going to clean out the bandits that have moved in. Good, that's what I want to hear. Now go make it happen, soldier.
Stay sharp.
Controlling the Pale gives Ulfric a port town and takes the pressure off of Windhelm. But it's only a matter of time before it...
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.